The total payoff amount is $542.12. The payoff date you entered is February 5th. To repeat this information, press 1. To continue with this payoff transaction, press 2. To cancel this transaction and return to the funds for this payment transaction may only be withdrawn from a banking account for which you are an authorized signer. Your last payment transaction was from your banking Wells Fargo to initiate a one-time electronic payment of $542.12 from your non-Wells Fargo checking account ending in 3 loan. This payment will post to your account within 2 to 3 business days of February 5th. We will send a confirmation of this transaction via letter. For questions about this payment, call us at the number.
Okay, so if you guys couldn't really pick up on what was happening in that clip, I was super excited to be making my last car note payment. I made a payment of $542.12, and I was so happy. I was so giddy. One thing about being an adult, it's like, especially now in 2026, it's like things are so expensive, and all you want to do is either, not for everyone, but my prerogative, what's important to me right now is to really pay off debt, right? So knowing that I've been working towards paying off my car has just been, it's just had me on cloud nine. Now, mind you, I made that payment. They took it out. I processed the payment Wednesday, February the 4th, for them to go ahead and take it out on the 5th, which was a Thursday, for the amount. Thursday came, they took the payment out. I was so happy. And I was like, man, it took me a while to get this car paid off, I'll be honest. So let's fast forward to Sunday, February the 8th. Okay. I was on my way. I was driving my car. I got on a frontage road and I was getting ready to get on the highway. She stalled out. And I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? And stalled out meaning, of course, the car's in gas. I'm hitting the gas like to accelerate to get on the highway, and she wouldn't go. The check engine light came on. The check engine light came on, and I pulled over into a Wells Fargo, and she wouldn't move. Now, mind you, I'm not a car girly. For everyone here that has a car, some people will understand. When you see a check engine light, it's the absolute devil. It's the absolute devil. You want nothing to do with it because it's either your transmission or your engine. And typically when those come on, it's like something serious is going on, and you're pretty much, it's possible that you might have to just throw the deuces to the car and be like, we're moving on, right, to something else. So got my car towed. AAA came, picked her up, and I had a diagnostic test done on the car. This happened on a Sunday, so nothing was open. So got her towed and dropped off at an auto shop on Sunday. Had to quickly do like a Uber and everything like that. It was me and my boyfriend, and when all this happened, so I think he got us like a Toro, or well, we got an Uber to get a Toro to get a vehicle because we had a lot of stuff to do that day. So she just had to stay parked on Sunday. So Monday comes, the car shop that AAA towed it to, they did a diagnostic test on the car. So what that is, I think they just, I don't speak car, he was talking to them, but they'll hook something up like a machine to the car, and it'll kind of give them an idea of what's going on with the car. So they did that, and he was the one communicating with them, and they told him it was something to do with the transmission. When I tell y'all, I busted out crying. I can laugh now only because I'm here now. Do I feel completely better from the situation? This was only like last week. I don't feel completely better, right? But when I tell you, my boyfriend was like, they said it's something with the transmission. If I were you, like, we can just look into getting you something new, and I'll pay the car note. And excuse me. Absolutely not. My car only has 130,000 miles on it. It's a Toyota. For my people that don't speak car, a Toyota can last you up to 300,000 miles if you take care of her. If you give her the proper maintenance, you go when you're supposed to, you keep all the, under the hood mechanical stuff done, like, she'll be fine. Your car will be fine. So when he said that, I just started crying because he's a car guy. He'll get a new car, get a new car. I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl. I'm very much so. This is my second car in life, and I paid off the first one, got into an accident with that one, got this car, and we've been rocking ever since, right? So when he said that about my car, like alluding to the fact that I just need to get a new car. They said it's the transmission. I cried so much. We were just like in the kitchen, and I was just crying, and he just like looked at me because he's never seen me cry. It was like I feel defeated type of cry. I felt very defeated because I've been working towards this, and I paid her off, and then 4 days later she's getting towed, right? So it was just a crazy, crazy situation. And I was just like, I don't understand what's happening. I'm like, I really don't understand what's happening right now, right? So we had the car towed from the one place to another place, got her towed there. And in the midst of this, I can't think straight. Like, he's trying to handle everything. He sees I'm upset. I can't really articulate anything. Inside, I'm breaking down because being an adult is tough. Whoever said this was going to be a whole lot of fun and we want to be grown so bad, like, no, absolutely not. So in the midst of that, I had a thought process, and I was like, no, I don't want these random people under my car. Oh, mind you, the first place that did the diagnostic on my car, I think he might have paid like $190 to get that done, and they were quoting like $8,000 or something for a transmission. I'm like, I'm always getting work done on my car. You're not gonna tell me, first off, that something's wrong with my transmission. Second to that, she only has 130,000 miles on. Like, I was refusing to give up. I was refusing. So when I finally came to, I think it might have been Monday, once, I could kind of think a little bit, I ended up getting her towed to Toyota. And I know for people that know about cars, they're like, you shouldn't go to the dealership. Honestly, they're the only people I trust to do anything mechanical under the hood for my car. If I'm going to pay more, that's fine. I have to deal with someone. I have to deal with a company. And I'm like that with a lot of things. Like when it comes to my TVs, I'm going through Best Buy with the card. I need to deal with a company that has a corporate, right? Because to me, they're least likely to jerk you around, especially being a woman. I don't like chasing and having to talk to this person, that person. No, this is the way I operate. I understand people can disagree, but every time I go to this Toyota dealership, I never have any issues. Never. So, I was a little passionate, honey. So yeah, I got her towed to Toyota. At that point in time, it was they delivered her right before closing, so I just had it towed, and they gave my keys to one of the advisors, and I called them, let them know. I said, hey, my car's getting towed in, don't know what's wrong with her. The next day, my advisor that I worked with prior, and that's why it's like relationship building is so good, because when she called me the next day, she called me before, like, her sense of urgency was quicker than my sense of urgency. I think I was just so mentally tapped out about what was going on with my car and all the money I just spent and all the money I'm probably going to have to spend, right? So the next day came, Monday. I had a voicemail from my advisor, Jessica. And she was like, hey, I think I helped you before. I was your advisor before with your car. I know we got it towed in. They haven't worked on it yet, but I'll give you a call and give you updates. Like, this was the voicemail she left me. And I was like, oh yeah, good. And I remember previously I left her a good Google review. So things like that matter, right? When you're getting services and stuff done and people do right by you, when you have things going on, it's like, you feel more comfortable versus talking to this person, that person, that person. She remembered me, obviously. She has notes in the system to look at it and say, oh yeah, I was assigned to this person's car and everything like that. But yeah, communicated with her a few times until they were able to send over a quote and tell me what was going on with my car. So I thought we stopped at the first quote, but it ended up being way more. Okay. So, and work with me when I explain these, because once again, I'm not a car girly. I'm gonna relate this the best way that I can. They said that my front right axle underneath was rusted, and that also affected like my wheels. So then I think I had to get like a wheel alignment in addition to that, because I mean we just couldn't drive the car. And it was like, oh, okay, it was that and a couple other things that were on there. Okay, that quote was like $2,700, and I was like, funny thing is, if anyone works with their dealership on getting maintenance done on their car, they typically have some kind of like finance option, because typically people, even if you have the money, you don't want to throw out thousands of dollars, at one time for your car, right? So they have this payment plan for maintenance that you can do. Mind you, when I paid off my car, I already had a payment plan loan with them from last year, 2025, that I just paid off. I just paid it off. $643. I just paid that off along with paying for my car. That was $542.12. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me that I just paid this thing off and I have to open a new one. I said, I don't really know what's happening. So the first quote with everything on there was close to about $2,700. And I'm thinking that was it, right? And then they just needed me to agree, sign off on it. I talked to her, she explained it to me. I asked her, was there anything that I could have done differently? And, just to make sure my car maintenance was up to par. I feel like I'm a little bit more established. I don't just put gas in her and just drive her. I take her to get checked out and stuff. But she said no. One of her other customers had something similar. He was just in there getting his car maintenance, and he was good to go, and then his car ended up coming back, and she was trying to figure, and it was the same thing. It's just kind of like it's rust forming underneath the car, and it's like stuff you won't know. That's what she said. You won't know until it kind of happens. So I'm thinking, okay, it's about $2,700. Boo. I opened up another loan. Boo. Thank the Lord I'm able to do that. So whilst I was upset, I was just like, okay, I'll do that. Just whatever. So I agreed to the maintenance and everything that needed to be done. And then they found all this other stuff that was wrong with her. When I tell you they sent all this stuff, and I had to let my boyfriend look at it, because honestly, I don't speak car. All I know is that I need her to be okay. Obviously, I need my car for work. And it's an emotional relationship that I have with my car. So they sent the second quote, and the second quote was like, I need to get the paper. The paper is in the back seat. Girl, I read that paper like twice, and I put it upside down on the back seat and left it there because I'm so disgusted. But I think the maintenance on that the parts were maybe like 2,000 and something. I don't know. The total on that paper was like 6,000 and something. That's the parts and labor for all the other stuff that need to be done. And I said, you know what, can I just focus on this stuff first, and then I'll come back and get the other stuff done. So pretty much a quote for like $9,000 worth of maintenance to be done on a 2017 Toyota Camry. I won't lie. I have definitely been feeling defeated. Some people might think, oh, it's not a big deal, get a new car. Absolutely not. If you're responsible right now, knowing your income is set up a certain way and my income is set up a certain way, I'm working towards doing the best thing that I can to free up a lot of money for myself. Obviously, paying close to $9,000 to get my car fixed, in my mind, is cheaper and smarter than locking myself into an auto loan. I just mentally can't do it, right? And part of the reason as to why I cried so much when my boyfriend mentioned transmission, $8,000, all that. Ruby has been with me, and some of you all can probably attest to it. Ruby has been with me through relationship after relationship. Ruby has been with me as I move from one state to another state to another state. She's been the most constant, consistent thing in my life. Tangible thing, right? So it's just like having my car and never having any issues with her ever. Being able to hop in, you know what I'm saying? Being able to hop in my whip and me and Ruby cruising through the city. Me and Ruby traveling to different states, just her and I, you know, over years, over a period of time. My car is a 2017. I got her in 2019. And don't make fun of me. It took a long time to pay her off. Listen, it was right before COVID. They let you defer those payments. Girl, I was deferring those payments, okay? It kind of kicked me in the butt towards the end because I needed to have that car paid off. It was other things coming up. And I was like, had I paid her off 6 months, if I didn't do all those deferred payments, I think they let me defer for like six months. If I didn't do that, she would have been paid off. And I will take this as, honestly, you can always do the best you can in life, but things will always happen. And it's just, what's the saying? Life is like, it's a 90, I don't want to butcher it, y'all. It's like a 90% of what happens to you and 10% how you respond, or vice versa, or something like that. But, you know, I'll be transparent. The last couple of weeks, I have been feeling defeated. I've been feeling exhausted. I've been feeling burnout. I haven't been as focused at work. Just being upset. You know, you're trying to claw yourself out of a lot of bad financial mistakes that you made, that I made in the past. And I'm just like, just super confused. At this moment, the only way to go is up. She will get fixed. I'm not putting a timeline on how long. I'm going to wait to try to get the rest of the stuff done on the car. The goal is just to get her done as soon as possible. She's still a young girl. She's still a young lady. She's still a tenderoni. And she only has 130,000 miles on her, and I will not give up on her because she's never given up on me. How dramatic was that? Listen, I'll send this message out to anyone that has made it this far in this video, listening to me yap. Listening to me yap. When life gets tough and it gets difficult, understand that you can only go up from there. I feel as though what I'm dealing with right now is coming at me from multiple areas, and it's kind of made me feel numb, very confused, but I'm doing the best I can, right? Just know that things will get hard, but you can overcome, as I will overcome, and everything will be okay. So thank you so much for listening to me. And even though I only had about 4 days of happiness until it all came crumbling down, it's okay. I know at the end of it, God is going to have something way better in store for me, something that I probably would have never even imagined. I can't really fathom what that would be right now. I'm just kind of coasting on a day-to-day because my feelings have been really hurt. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Oh, and one last thing. All of the stuff that was on that paper for me to get done in regards to maintenance of my car, nothing said transmission. I could be wrong, but we both looked at it and nothing said transmission. So if you're thinking, oh, you should have just paid $8,000 to get a new transmission, the dealer nothing on that paper says transmission. So it's like, I don't know. If y'all have additional questions or anything like that, definitely comment down below and I'll be sure to address it. But thank you again for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.